Hello. I'm gonna make a quickie. Everything's still happening in our world. The world's still spinning around, and things are still all up in the air and always landing and coming back up in the air. And today the moon is in Leo. I don't know if it's there yet. I think it will be soon. Been thinking about all my journals that are in a trunk that I've been writing since I was, I don't know, maybe like 19 or 20, maybe 19-ish. So I put them in chronological order maybe a year ago. I spread them all out. I went through, looked at all the dates. I mean, they're all so haphazard. It's not like I had a system back then like I do now. So I put them in chronological order so they're all ready to go, and I'm thinking I might read them. Like weird. Like maybe I'll just read them and then I can burn them, I guess. I just heard about the Vatican having miles and miles of storage under the earth, in caves of centuries of looting and pillaging and raping and stealing and absconding with and rewriting. I mean, like all of the original fucking writings from the history of the fucking world as we know it. Like, wow. I hope that's true. Oh my god, that would be so freaking cool to have all the original books of the Bible. Like the real shit. That'd be fantastic. And all the other books of wisdom that they have. Or scrolls, or probably scrolls. And papyrus. Anyway. So much to learn and know about this planet, and yet does it really matter what the truth is? Does it? Does it really matter? As in relationship to who you are and who I am and what we have dwelling within us, constantly there, constantly available, constantly ready to spill. My face is dry. Constantly ready to flood us with complete and utter and absolute and total love. Constantly. Every moment of every day. That's one of the things that they got wrong, and that they fed us to keep us separate from our source so that we would feel less than, and that we would feel like we need something outside of ourselves. Like we need to have whiter teeth. We need to have fucking washboard abs. We need to be hot. We need to be smart. We need to go to the best schools. We need this, we need that. And in order to be whole and complete and completely and totally, have self-love. So that's my deal. My deal is to speak about the things that go on in my head, but also that I was never like this before. That 479 or 480 or 484 days ago, I started to meditate every day, 20 minutes. Not a. Well, some days it would be used to be less because I would be like, oh, I have to get up early and go here and do this, so I would only do 10 minutes or 15 minutes. But I'm not one of those people that it's cool to just meditate once in a while, because you don't get this cumulative effect and this complete and total assurance that you are not alone, that source is within you, that you are completely and totally one with the divine, because when you meditate, you get into contact with that. It's fantastic to get into contact with that. I'm feeling emotional today. I know I need to cry, but I don't want to cry on TV. Yeah, I've been feeling this bubbling up for weeks now. And I know that everybody else is having it too, because we're all one and we're all connected. So lots is coming up to be, not to be hated, not to be judged, not to be a feed for your self-abuse. No, not that. It's coming up to be loved, to be seen, to be welcomed into the fold. All those parts of us that were shamed, that were abused, that were shoved away. All those parts. Because that's what makes us who we are. We're whole. And those parts there's nothing wrong with those parts. They're just as lovable as every other part. I was going to make this a quickie, so this morning when I was starting to cry a little bit, I was like, I'm happy, sad. I'm not depressed. I'm not suicidal. I'm finally facing my true self, all of it, and there's a lot of sadness that I shoved down over time. The stuff I couldn't deal with. Couldn't deal with it. It was too much. So now I'm dealing with it, and I'm dealing with it not just for me. I'm dealing with it for everyone. Not like some savior complex thing, but I just know that I need a handkerchief. Poor little baby. I know that we are all we are one. We're all together. Our souls are together. And everything that everybody does, like you make a move and it affects the whole. So the work that I do now, I do for everyone. Because not everyone has the time to do it. Or the understanding or the energy. So anyway, I know there's a lot of other people that are doing this work, and I want to just say, can I do it with you? Can I do it with you? Can we do this together? I mean, I'm still gonna do it all by myself, but just knowing that you're doing it too just helps me. So the leaves are just blowing by. Today, the most amazing thing happened. I started hearing this noise, and also like a squirrel ran across the roof at the same time. So there's like boom, boom on the roof, and then this noise is like rah, rah, rah. It was really intense, and I realized that it was crows when I rushed to the door with my phone to take a video of it, because they were all up in a tree and they were all just cawing. There were so many. And I thought I was getting the best footage of it, because I wasn't really paying attention to the phone, because I wanted to actually see these crows all together. making the most amazing sound. I got a little bit of footage, but the first time would have been like right up next to my house, right by me. And I actually didn't push record. I got the tail end, so, but they went around to the front sort of near, and I got some. I just wanted that sound. It was amazing. It was just like surrounded me. And the neighbor girls were out too. I was that schoolgirl, like, I'm happy they live there. They're young women, not girls. So I believe that the more you are able to get in touch with some of the feelings that are dwelling within you, and the more that you let them come out and see the light of day, that the more that you can release. And I don't like to use that word. Something about that word is not, there's something not right about that word. I forget what it is, but it's something creepy, something nefarious, which I'm working to eliminate all that shit out of my vocabulary. And I appreciate it every time I learn more about it. Anyway, I also learned this thing where if you put your hand over your heart, both hands over your heart, and just hold it there, that, I don't know, it's something about helping you to relax or helping you to just feel loved. There's something, a self-administered hands-on healing. It does. It always feels good when I put my hand there, and I wish I would remember these things or write them down. Looks like my cheeks have a lot of red in them. I wonder what that is. Like, what? Am I allergic to something? It's intense. I don't know what that is. It's warm. Okay, I'm gonna get off here. This wasn't a quickie. It was a longy. It is unfamiliar and foreign for me to be okay with those painful emotions. It's not easy. It's not my favorite, but I can feel it in my body when they're kind of lining up to say, hey, we want out. So thanks for being able to be here to witness me as I let them out a teeny bit. I was listening to this awesome woman who does tarot, and she incorporates a little astrology, and she's way into like star seeds and light workers, and her place is called Gigi's Divine Haven. I think that's what it's called. She's great. Oh my gosh. But she cracks me up. She's like, I think she's from the East Coast, like maybe Long Island or something. I don't know. From the East Coast. She was talking about something about crying and saying like it wasn't an ugly cry. I love that. Like, that's hilarious. And I know I've heard it before, but the way she said it was just like, she's kind of very comedic in her own way. She's super like driven and to the point, and boom, 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 and let's get this done. And she's magic. I highly recommend her on YouTube. She's fantastic. Okay, shout out. Shout out. Oh. Have a great day. Be okay with your shit that wants to come up right now during the Great Awakening. Woo! It's true. We're all awakening in our own perfect timing, and so this is just my little take on the whole process. Thank you.